All right, Rick, thanks for coming out and meeting me this morning. I've been getting so many questions, as I'm sure you have, about when we're going to be having margaritas out here.
Sure.
Man, the outside is looking beautiful, and I've been peeking in the windows, as I'm sure a lot of the neighbors here have.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for agreeing to show us around a little bit and give us an update. Going to give us an idea kind of where the property's at now?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, it's been a big project. Gino's been awesome to work with. It's exciting to come back home to Mokena, like we talked about in our last segment.
Yeah.
The good news is we're going to be open in June sometime. We're thinking middle to late June. We're on to our finishes now. The walls are finally closed up. Everything is primed. First coat of paint. They're doing the trim work now. So it's exciting. I think people are going to like our look. I think we should go take a peek.
Yeah, and there was a big surprise, not a surprise, but an addition that was not even talked about the last time we've gone through, which I'm really excited for everybody to see, because that'll be such a benefit to the community, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So we got your food trucks here, or your margarita trucks.
We do.
We're going to see you guys around town again this summer?
Absolutely. We're still booking events now for the season. I think we have about 60 events on the books right now. So, yeah, we're managing the trucks and construction. So, the Lord only gives us what we can handle, but He's pushing us a little bit right now. But we're excited. We're excited to bring this project, open it up, and I think Mokena's ready for it. And I think they're going to be happy with what we do.
Well, good. This is exciting. Let's go check it out.
Absolutely.
So how do you feel things went on your end with construction? Any of your kind of design plans or things you thought might happen that you weren't able to come through or do?
So on the past couple restaurants we've done, like I've kind of orchestrated, use the old barn wood and barn metal to kind of create that warm feeling. On this project, my wife Julie's in charge of the design on the inside, so it's going to be white and bright. You'll see in a minute, and we're going to bring in some of the old rafters for the bar top to kind of bring that historical aspect back to the building, since it's from the 1850s. So we're excited about that. So it's going to be a modern twist with some of the old, giving a little, paying homage to the past.
And something we just saw go up recently was the barn doors, right, on the front?
Absolutely. Yeah, the garage doors.
The garage doors.
Garage doors on the front, and. Yeah, we got, as we go in, you'll see all the cool trim work we've done, and the surprise in the back that I think everyone's going to be happy to see. So, like any construction project, there's been some delays beyond our control. We had that windstorm last year that took off the majority of the second floor.
Yeah.
But any big project is what it is. It's just going to make everything a little bit sweeter once we do open.
Yeah, great deck here. We're going to have some seating out here, right?
Yeah, this is great. So this is going to hold about 6 two-top tables, so we'll get about 12 people out here. Can enjoy the beautiful view of Front Street, right?
Yeah, watching the train come through,
Absolutely.
Parades and Christmas. And
so as we go through one of the garage doors, this will be the bar area. The actual bar itself is going to hold 18 people. And what's really cool about these garage doors is we're going to do a double shared island in front of each door. So we're thinking 8 to 10 people per island, extra wide, so you can kind of have it, you won't be so crowded as you're sitting at it. So we're talking about 18 to 20 people here. Pardon the workers, they got to get stuff done.
Please keep the work going.
Like I said, 18 people at the bar. It's going to be a great, in the next week, once this gets all put together and trimmed out, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So,
our main entrance here, right?
Let's not confuse anyone. Let's start from
all right.
Let's start from the front door.
Okay.
Okay. So now we got our vestibule to walk in. There'll be 2 pieces of glass here, so there'll be a hostess stand right on the other side here, so she'll be able to see people coming in and out. As you walk in through the front door, this is the twist we're doing in this place. So we're doing board and batten throughout the walls in here. Exposed spiral duct that'll be finished painted. And this area here, believe it or not, it's going to hold about 56 people. There's going to be a cool shared shared, they call them banquet tables here. This will hold about 10 people. So
Nice.
for large reservations or large groups of people, we'll be able to accommodate that.
That'd be a seat to be at, right?
Yes. VIP for you, right?
There you go. You heard it here first.
Julie wants to do like a little planter here with some, just some greenery in there to kind of give it some look. So we'll have tables, 2 tables here, several tables here. So it's pretty roomy. We're happy how we kind of designed it, able to maximize the space.
It really does feel like it held that size. When we saw it when it was empty in here, it still feels big.
So yeah, so let's we'll go down the. So now you got the bar area, right? So you're leaving the restaurant side into the bar side. So this will be all high top tables in here. We'll have a row of high tops going down the center here. Then obviously you have your bar seating. So believe it or not, this side's going to hold about 50 to 60 people on top of the 50 to 60 people on that side.
Wow.
So
that's a good size
it
area of the bar.
is. It is. We're excited. I mean, we have to bring good service to the fine people of Mokena, so we think we're going to be able to do it with this.
And really did a great job of keeping the view, out of the front there.
I mean,
opening it
we
up.
talk about it all the time, with Gino, then myself and my wife and all the other tradesmen, and just how we can maximize and how we can keep it white and bright in here. Because other than the garage doors, we don't have any windows to the east and to the west, right? So we don't have direct sunlight in here. So these kind of help a lot then keeping everything white and bright in here. That was kind of one of the reasons we didn't want to close up with too much dark stuff, because we want to keep it a little more airy.
Sure.
Give people the impression that maybe it's a little bit bigger than it is. So now we're coming down the hallway. You'll have the men's bathroom to the right, and then women's bathroom. So and we talked about earlier, so now we're on to our finishes, right? So in the next couple of weeks, this place is going to be completely trimmed out. We'll start getting our plumbing fixtures set. So we're close. Each week is going to be another huge step. So the big thing for us was finally getting to the point where we could close these walls up. And, 80% of the work no one will ever see.
So this is what we were talking about. So tell us, this wasn't something we talked about the last time we've come through. What changed and what's your vision here?
I got to give my wife, Julie, the credit for this. So, and we talked about this earlier too. The big thing people talk about in the restaurant business, past couple of restaurants we have, is you have a private area where you can accommodate, usually the magic number is like 30 to 50 people. They want to have a private event for that. And so Julie's like, we should do it now. There's been a couple of hang-ups with some of the construction with the second floor getting knocked off. So we're like, let's just do it. Let's get it done right out of the chute. So this is what we got, people.
Wow.
This room is going to hold 50 people for private events, whether it's birthday parties, showers, business meetings. I mean, whatever it can be. And we're also going to be doing brunches in here. We got some really cool ideas, a couple twists that a lot of places around don't do, but we want to give the people of Mokena something really cool that they can hang their hat on. We really want to focus on weekend brunches and stuff like that.
Yeah, great little back area here.
And here's another room that didn't have a lot of light and when they put this garage door just went in yesterday.
Okay.
And look at how much light this brings in.
Oh, it's huge.
So super, super excited about this room.
Yeah, great addition. Great add to the plan for sure.
And we kept the ceilings as high as we could, once again, to create the impression of more space, keep it more roomy. There's going to be plenty of lighting in here. My wife's got some. Next time we visit before we open, right, we'll give you a walkthrough with the finishes.
Absolutely.
I don't want to give everything up right now, but there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up.
Awesome.
So another cool thing in the design is the flow of this place. It's like a circle. So when there's private parties going on here, there's access from the kitchen for the servers and the food runners to get the food right out here, not having to walk all the way around the building. So that's going to work out great for us. We're excited about that. Some extra storage in here in this hallway. We kind of created more space because You know, restaurant's like a house. You never have enough place to put stuff, especially in a restaurant. So
here's where the magic happens, right?
yes. So now we're at.
Hey, Gino.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you.
So 23 feet of kitchen hood. We're wrapping all these walls with stainless. Stainless is awesome because it's easy to clean. It's easy to wipe down. It's reflective. It's a lot of things that kind of help the kitchen operate more efficiently.
Yeah. What do you think, Gino? You happy with how it's turning out?
Yeah. Exciting.
You want to talk about your fine contractor here?
Pataki Heating and Cooling.
All right.
The tired man.
Doing a good job.
And another thing that's really, really cool, I've been dying to do this, but the past restaurants just, the layout wasn't the same, right? This is a custom build, so we're able to kind of create things that kind of help us work more efficiently. So a walk-in cooler that's actually on the outside the building, but the door is easy access from the kitchen line. So when these guys are rocking and rolling on busy nights and they need access to food, you probably won't be able to see it here, but it's an 8x10 walk-in cooler, which is awesome.
Very
so
cool.
Our chef is super excited about that. Our GM's excited. And now this is a dish area which will also be wrapped in stainless too. You know, it's non-porous, easy to clean. It's all the important things that you need in a commercial setting.
So we're coming out of the kitchen and it kind of a straight shot.
And here's not a huge area, but super important it's a server station. So they'll be able to get everyone's drinks here, soft drinks, coffee, tea, whatever, extra plates, napkins, silverware. And they'll just usher right back out. And here's our circle that I talked about. They'll be able to bring food right from the kitchen, straight out here and to serve everyone. So we're getting close, Mokena, we're getting close.
Very exciting. Yeah, so sometime in June is the idea?
Sometime in June. You know, it'll fluctuate a little bit. You know, once we get it a little bit closer to the finish line, we'll be reaching out on Facebook and whatnot for hiring. We'll be looking for experienced servers, you know, food runners, all the good stuff. We'll get everyone trained. Our chef's been with us for years. He's excited to come back. He loves the kitchen. Our GM's been with us for 17 years. So she's kind of like my work wife. She knows what I'm thinking before I even know that I'm thinking about something.
Yeah.
So it works out good.
See you, Gino.
So we're excited about that.
See you walk out.
And now we're
Great.
back outside.
Yeah,
Well, I
this is
appreciate you-
great.
Yeah, appreciate you coming out, and let's get you out in a couple more weeks when we get a lot closer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I appreciate everything you do for us, giving us, letting Mokena know what's going on.
Well, you know, this is one of those things that always comes up. It's been extremely popular through the process to see with, you know, the great history of this property as well as the huge transformation you guys are putting it through. So
Sure.
the community is very excited. I'm very excited.
I'm dying.
You're going to find me down here more than you like, maybe.
That's awesome.
No, but it's great for Front Street. So
Appreciate
great to
it.
talk to you again, Rick.